How's it going, guys? So the Green Bay Packers are no longer over the cap, and they've officially restructured a couple of their guys in Jaire Alexander and Preston Smith. Now, according to Ian Rappaport, these moves have saved the Packers $9.456 million in the cap by restructuring Jaire Alexander and $6.668 million from Preston Smith's restructure. Now, the way they did these restructures is they pretty much just added a void year. The Packers and the NFL have been doing this a lot with their high cap number guys, and it was pretty much expected going to this offseason we were going to restructure these players. If we look at Jaire Alexander's, his restructure isn't that bad. He only added a void year, and that's per the CBA agreement. We're only allowed to add void years that max out at 5 based off how many years they have on their contract. So we're in the year 2023, so 23, 24, 25, 26, that's 4 years. We're only allowed to add one more void year because we can't exceed 5 total years. And this move makes a lot of sense. If you look at his cap number, he's not taking up a lot of the cap room, especially considering he is one of the top cornerbacks in the league. And next year, we'll probably end up converting his roster bonus into a signing bonus again and alleviating the cap room depending on where we're at next year. So there's still some wiggle room, especially for next year, and his cap hit as the salary cap also rises. He's not going to hurt us too much, so this contract restructure makes a lot of sense. On the terms of Preston Smith, though, he was also another candidate we fully expected, but looking at his contract, once again, they only added one more void year because they can only maximize at 5, and that reduced his cap number to $6.4 million. But as we see going further, yes, next year we could probably convert the roster bonus to a signing bonus to reduce his cap number, but his cap number looks a little high, especially at 16.5, 17.5, $18.2 million, especially as he's aging. So I feel like eventually he's going to become a cap casualty, and it's going to depend on where we're at as a team. But with these moves, it was totally expected that we were going to restructure these guys, probably adding void years, which we did. We restructured Aaron Jones a lot better than I expected going to the offseason with him taking a pay cut, but of course his was probably going to be a cap casualty of some sort. And so the Packers are making moves that we fully expected them to make going to this offseason, especially with where our cap was. Restructuring Aaron Jones and getting him to take a pay cut, which was huge. Restructuring Jaire Alexander and Preston Smith were two moves we fully expected. That still leaves David Bakhtiari and also Kenny Clark and Rashawn Gary to restructure. Rashawn Gary's in his 5th year on his rookie contract, so him getting extended is going to happen. It's 100% going to happen. Like, he's too important and too good for this defense. Kenny Clark is currently a $24 million cap hit, so I fully expect him to restructure his contract as well, and maybe adding another void year. We'll see. He's currently 4 years on his contract if you add void years. Then the last one is David Bakhtiari, which is a huge cap hit. Bakhtiari is set for a $28.8 million cap hit, and next year a $33 million cap hit. Now, based off his contract, he has no void years, so we could add void years, but I highly doubt the Packers are going to completely do that. I feel like they'll restructure him more if they decide to keep him, is convert his roster bonus into a signing bonus and some of his base salary into a signing bonus to reduce that cap hit. I don't feel like the Packers, depending on how they feel about him, considering he's been very injury prone the past couple of years, they'll want to push that can down the road. I feel like they're going to just kind of take the hit and rework his contract to lower his cap hit, but not extend and push the can further down the road like we've done with other players. But so far, these moves have allowed the Packers to have $6.43 million left in their cap space, and that's not going to be for free agents. They still need to rework some contracts to get further under the cap, because we also have the impending rookies that are going to take up this cap. And it's reported that we should probably be around $13 million under the cap room to even be able to have all of our rookies on the roster, but not even be able to sign a good free agent. So there's going to be a lot of work left to do. I wouldn't expect us to be very big players in the free agent market this year, even with Aaron Rodgers coming back, if he decides to come back, of course. If he leaves, we're definitely probably not going to be very big free agent players. At the most, I still think we should sign Robert Woods and maybe Adrian Amos, depending on what kind of contract they can come to an agreement with. But so far, 3 down, 2 more to go. These moves were very expected, and they were going to happen regardless if Aaron Rodgers was coming or retiring or getting traded. these moves had no type of impact on what Aaron Rodgers did. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.